I'm speaking to?
How are you?
Oh, I'm speaking to,
Dr. Stephen Wells, the president of Desert Research Institute.
and what brings you to this event today?
Well, I was asked to be a speaker summarizing the work that our institution has done in collaboration with UNR and UC Davis on science and monitoring here at Lake Tahoe, and sort of give an overview of some of the progress that we've made.
And what does your institute do in relation to helping Lake Tahoe stay blue and white?
DRI has had a long history of watershed research, air quality research, and ecosystem research, and we integrate all those activities essentially to better understand how processes that are going on here on land and the near shore impact the near shore environment, how transportation activities impact the air quality that impacts the lake clarity. And so it's a detailed analysis, predominantly the near shore area and the air quality and airship impacts on the lake, complementing UC Davis's work on the broader scale levels of the lake.
And if for people that aren't familiar with the problem with Lake Tahoe, which has generated such attention over the years, what exactly is the problem?
Well, the problem is that you have a lake that had remarkable clarity where you could see depths of over 100 feet, and that has been declining over several decades as a result of the kinds of things we were worried about: air pollution, sediment coming out of the streams, pollution coming from leaking sewer pipes. So by better understanding how we can control those things, then we can manage them better and then reduce that input and improve the clarity. And now we have a new problem, which is the invasive species that we just talked about today.
And all these problems we hear about today, from like the last two you just spoke of, how long will it take for your institute and other institutes to kind of get a plan together and execute to prevent the loss of clarity of the lake?
Well, we've been doing this almost on a yearly basis. We work with the governmental agencies to develop adaptive strategies. So when we learn something new, they implement that immediately. And so we are constantly trying to do things to improve the lake. And you can see that, we think, now, because the rate of decline of the clarity has actually leveled off for the first time, and we're hoping that may be a trend where we actually can reverse it and bring it back down. But it's going to be a constant, vigilant battle to make sure that we don't mess things up here and keep things clean from the lake.
And besides those problems, I mean, I guess, is there anything hopeful you guys? I'd say hopeful, but anything outside of research at the lake and in the northern Nevada area that you're doing to help make life better for northern Nevadans?
Yeah, for DRI goes well beyond the Lake Tahoe Basin. We have been working on water resources here in the States for our entire 50-year existence, and I think through better understanding of our resources, we can have better management, and that's one of the things that DRI has been very useful in terms of helping the state move the state forward.
And my last question is there anything that I didn't ask or you want to say in the court to the people watching this video?
Yeah, I think one of the most important things for people to understand is that any problem like this, any major environmental problem, requires a partnership within higher education across state boundaries, Nevada and California, partnership with agencies that have to ultimately manage the land, and that has happened here in a really, really remarkable way. In fact, unlike many places I've ever seen around the world.
Thank you, sir. I know you have a flight to catch to Vegas. Have a good one.
Thanks, Donald. Thank you. Nice
Cool.